My name's Bob Harsh. I've lived in Lawrenceville since 2004. I want to say something about the trial. It's my impression from what went on. What came out of the trial, in my estimation, is I saw a woman that was a public servant. And she took it seriously. I think for me, I wouldn't have taken it quite that seriously. And for other people, I don't think they would take it that seriously. But I'm glad to support a person that's going to be a Superior Court judge in our county that takes the job seriously. Things were going along, and all of a sudden she found out that she noticed, and her secretaries noticed, that somebody was getting into her computer. Well, she knew that was a serious infraction, and so she asked for the IT people to come and fix it. And they came, and they were nice to her, and they tried to fix it. At least this is what came out in the trial, and they didn't fix it. And then she asked again, they came up again. This happened over quite a long period of time, and she was just getting more and more frustrated. And like I said, if it was me, I probably would have just let it go. I would have said, hey, if they can't fix the problem, that's the county's problem, but not Judge Schrader. She was very interested in the right thing being done. She knew that it was wrong for somebody to be in her computer. And so she hired somebody to help her. And the way I would characterize it, it snowballed. That's the way I would characterize it. I don't think she went in as an evil person that was out to get somebody, or somebody that wanted to cheat the system. She was an honest person that wanted to get to the bottom of it, and she didn't know how. Well, the other side is the prosecutor. It was a prosecutor from the state, not from our county. And they treated her very poorly. They treated her as if she was a vicious criminal and had done something that was very dangerous on purpose. So the jury is listening to this. So if I were in the jury, I wouldn't have gotten her side quite as much until she got on the stand. And then she helped us understand what really went on. And her secretary also helped us to understand what went on. So it was kind of like the professionals that do this all the time against the amateur that this is new to them. That's my opinion. And so if I were sitting in the jury, I don't know what I would do, because she was painted as a on purpose criminal that wanted to cause trouble. In reality, she wasn't a criminal that wanted to cause trouble. She was a frustrated public servant that wanted to do the right thing. One reason I think people should vote for is if you have a Superior Court judge, you want them to be somebody that does the right thing. Not the easy thing, but the right thing. If she had to do over again, I don't know if she would put herself through all this trouble. But she didn't know it was going to snowball like that. So when the jury went out, they were out for a long time, several days. And when they came back, they didn't have her guilty. They didn't have her guilty at all. But it was a mistrial. So she'll need to go through the whole thing again, which I'm really sorry for, because we're missing all this time one of the best Superior Court judges in Gwinnett County, in my opinion, one of the best ones. One of the most serious. She has compassion, she has purpose, and if there's anything I can do to persuade you to vote for, do that. And if you talk to anybody that knows her, maybe you can help her. Maybe you can join her campaign. Maybe you have more experience than I do in this, and you know kind of some ways to make this campaign work. I'll tell you how it works. Like I say, I always vote, but I don't always know who I'm voting for. So I went, last time there were two judges up for election. And basically, even though I know a lot more than most people about how the court system works, I really didn't know much about those people. Maybe it's the newspapers and just don't get that out. So when you go to the election, if you don't care one way or the other, you vote for the person you've heard their name before, and that's just not a good way to elect somebody. So if you are out there and you know how to help Judge Schrader, maybe with ideas, maybe with support, I'd like for you to be able to do that. Maybe it's just monetary support, but we've got to get her back into working, because she's one of the best public servants you'll ever meet.